Welcome to Jokakaka. I'm Jim.
I'm Sam.
And today we're going to be talking about JoJolion Chapter 68, known as Bizarre Looking Assault.
I thought it was called the rock human and rock animal.
Well, that's what it's listed as, but when you click into it, when you turn the page, the first page says a Bizarre Looking Assault and has a really funny picture of the new stand user and his stand pet.
It's called whatever you wanted to call it then.
So basically, this is a pretty short chapter. I was thinking of...
It gets this one pretty quick, compared... usually you have to wait a month, but I felt like this one was quicker than...
Yeah.
Came out quicker than the last one.
I know, I wasn't expecting it. This episode came out a little later than I wanted to, but in the future, hopefully we'll be able to, nail it right on time.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're...
Schedule dependent.
Scheduling, yeah. So, where we left off, they were still on the ski lift, and Yasha was on the ground, and we saw our sneak preview of our two... Or I guess our two stands users or stands or people.
It's weird how we refer to the stand rock. Is it a stand? Is it just a rock human or a rock animal?
The rock humans have stand that he has So what's the name of the gas mask guy?
Okay, his name is Urban Gorilla and his stand is Brainstorm.
He looks a lot Mad Maxy with the gas mask. I love his look.
Yeah, he's got he has weird shit in his mouth too. He's got reflector plates in his mouth and he has two glasses and then has windshield wipers on the one. It's pretty cool looking.
It's like a gas mask, but they say where you would normally not see the eyes, or kind of busted open, or you can see them. And
it's like a gimp mask and a gas mask combined.
He's like a Mad Max.
He's also naked,
pretty much. But he's also a really foul mouth. I didn't expect him to be that foul mouth or that talkative.
One of the first things he says is just he just looks yelling nonsense.
He's like that redneck.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack. Yeah, like that basically. I guess that's how I expect him to talk. If he ever dubbed. So the
way that his speech is written too, it's
they're special and
he holds out a lot of his
staticky or whatever. Like this,
yeah.
So, Urban Gorilla, his name is Urban Gorilla.
His name is Urban Gorilla, and his stand is Brainstorm.
So...
And his pet Rock, who is... It takes the shape of a tank. It's Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La... Or Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, and then Do.
And both of these references are linked, right?
So,
I'm not familiar with
We'll talk about that later, I guess.
No, we can talk about it now. Let's go into the
Okay,
the
so
band.
the band is called Hawkwind.
Never heard of them, though.
Yeah, I'm not familiar as well. They're this really early punk band.
They sound very early punk, but they had different music, bunch of different headline, the lead singers. Lemmy was one of them.
Yeah, we looked up, one of the songs that wasn't referenced is called Silver Machine. It's probably one of their biggest hits. Yeah, Lemmy actually does sing.
So...
Sam's going to read the Wikipedia, Wikipedia for them, I guess.
Designated Wikipedia reader.
Yeah, that's your job.
Yeah. So, Hawkwind's an English rock band, one of the earliest space rock, but I never heard that kind of genre.
Really?
I feel like space rock is the same thing as psychedelic, kind of, but
Yeah, it's kind of. It's got a very big sound to it, and it's, think of it being spacey, kind of distant and... a little droney.
Like Space Odyssey. Every space-related song that came from, Bowie and Pink Floyd.
Some Bowie stuff's applicable.
Their lyrics tend to favor urban and science fiction themes, as I would assume from space rock. Formed in November of 1969, Hawkwind had gone through many incarnations that have incorporated many different styles into their music, including hard rock, progressive rock, psychedelic rock, also regarded as the influential proto-punk band, which I totally got from that song.
I should have thought it was punk when I listened to Urban Gorilla first.
The guitars sound a lot of punk, but then the really low res microphone.
Yeah.
So they had done the musicians, dancers, and writers that have worked with the band since their inception. Some musicians are Lemmy, Ginger Baker, and Hugh Lloyd Langton. I only heard of Lemmy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
the bands are closely associated with their founder, singer, songwriter, and guitarist Dave Brock, who remains the only original member.
That's interesting.
Best known for Silver Machine, which became number 3 on the UK hit single in 1972, but they scored a further hit single with Urban Gorilla, which is the name of our character, and Shot Down in the Night. 22 of their albums charted in the UK from 71 to 93. They had 22 albums in...
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, I never heard of them. They had that many albums.
I know, it's really weird to think. This is definitely a band that never broke into the mainstream. It's something
probably more of
Motorhead.
A cult. But having Lemmy, it's probably before Lemmy got into Motorhead, most likely.
Yeah, probably. So. I don't even know how old Motorhead is, but... So, the other references to this band... So, his stand is called Brainstorm, which is another one of their songs. Mm-hmm. And one of their albums is called, Do, Re, Mi...
Space.
Fossil... Yeah, space. Fossil, space. Tito.
Like spelling bee, Jim.
La Tito. Yeah, that was really confusing. I wrote "get it" in my notes.
Got it. I know. Yeah, it's like
when
music.
When I first read it, I didn't even get like the do re mi fa sol la ti do.
It's
reference.
like I'm in chorus again, like Sound of Music.
Yeah, I did. That. Yeah, exactly. It's Sound of Music reference.
Sound of Music. That's your Sound of Music reference.
In my JoJo cartoons. Okay, so Brainstorm Stand is described by the plant appraiser as being bacteria-like.
Yeah, it's like it looked like the little like it kind of like what they little faucet. Like, remember how the one with like a faucet? They look like a bunch of different like kind of like this shape. It's like a shape of a like a 4-prong faucet.
Yeah, it looks like a 2 or 3 rectangular prisms that have been like combined.
It reminds me of a stand, but I can't remember which one.
Yeah, okay, I know.
You know what I'm talking about though.
In D4C, when he merges 2 people together, they shoot out like squares that look like that.
Also reminds me of Highway to Hell, like kind of like the little like what it looks like when remember how like his stand it was like kind of projecting like little like things on him too.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like that.
I need to look that up again. Yeah.
So
it's super dangerous because it kind of like
it's like bacteria.
It like sticks onto your skin and then like digs in and melts you. It sticks on
skin and like other things too.
Yeah,
like it was like on like the wires and everything we'll get to.
But it seems like it only does damage to humans, like to skin. It doesn't seem to damage anything else that it's attached to.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like right away, but we'll get to that when that happens. But...
and so from the beginning of this chapter, we start with Yasuho, and she drenched herself in water, which was how to beat the stand. You have to wash it off.
We assume the pet rock is like underground. It can go underground. That's like its power. It's just like an underground tank, like a mole basically.
Yeah,
that you can ride in, a rideable one.
I wrote this down. The what's it called? The plant appraiser describes it as caterpillar propulsion. So what it does
is it a caterpillar?
I think it actually like the best thing to compare it to is a caterpillar because what it does is like it eats the rocks and then shoots them out its back. So when it's moving, it doesn't disrupt the surface at all.
Basically, Iraqi just researched a caterpillar or just went to an insect house of a zoo and read a little thing about how caterpillars work.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think the coolest idea of it is like how stealthy it is because of the way the caterpillars move, where they eat what's in front of them and shoot it out the back.
Yeah.
They don't disturb the surface at all, so it can be sneaky.
Interesting.
That's why they don't know.
It's a very large caterpillar.
Yeah. And it also, like, there's a part where, I forget the plant appraiser's name. I was called plant appraiser. Because he's missing a hand right now because his hand got cut off.
Oh, well, sometimes it's there, though.
Oh, is it? Oh,
like sometimes some panels it's missing, some panels it's there.
Oh, that's funny.
Or at least like maybe it's something where he can cut it off, but since it's like a string, he can like reattach it or something, like Bruno could.
Maybe.
Like, I'm not entirely sure.
Because throughout this chapter, because I just read it like 10 minutes ago, he is pretty consistently shown as just having his no hand with like the doggy style stand.
Well, like looking at discussion threads, people were like, they posted like the 2 chapters and like or like how he had it, and then sometimes he didn't, or sometimes he was missing a finger maybe, but I don't know.
But so I wasn't going with this. Oh, he like attacks. He uses his like handless
his stub.
Yeah, his stub has like the kind of like JoJolion style like string.
Yeah,
and he picks up a knife and starts like trying to attack the stand user. But the urban gorilla like goes back into the caterpillar thing. And it like closes in on him like a clam. It's really cool looking. I love the visual of.
It's definitely the coolest looking stand I think so far of like enemy stand in Part 8 so far that we've seen.
Yeah, it's so different. I mean, like I've seen a lot of people compare it to Oasis from Part 5.
Hey, Oasis and Green Day.
Yeah,
one can go underground and the other.
Oh yeah, and the other one's like a poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's an interesting comparison, but it
looks
feels totally
cooler.
different.
It looks way cooler too.
Yeah,
and like they have to work together, where it's just not they can go into each other and work with each other. Where one just stood on top of a high place, the other one could just go underground.
And Urban Gorilla makes a comment that he was something like, "Oh, I was watching you from underground." So I don't know if like the stone people have like powers where they can like see through the ground or not, or what that was.
Maybe be one with the earth. I don't know.
Yeah, that we're still like. I mean, we did get that one little bit about the stone people biology, but we don't know a lot.
Maybe he can see through the bacteria because you can put this bacteria and other things. Maybe he was just watching through the bacteria because remember how in Part 3 where Jotaro like made Star Platinum look through the binoculars and he could see farther than he could normally. Like
no, that's actually a really good point. I think.
And like, or when they were underwater, scuba diving, and they could talk through their stand and not like.
That's the kind of shit I wish we would see more of. And like, the Araki like forgets that stands can walk through walls sometimes.
It's just the thing you have having in shonens, where like most shonens they forget about certain things and they never come back to.
Yeah, like so many problems can just be solved with the fact that stands can just walk through walls. Like, there's a part even earlier in JoJolion where Norisuke used King Nothing's hand. He like, because there was a small opening and he used the hand to like shrink down in puzzle pieces to reach through it. If it was just a stand, it should just be able to reach through a physical object.
Also, remember the time when they shrunk down their stand into Joseph's in part 3?
Yeah, why did they just... That's when they established this fucking rule.
But they can't see through the stand. They had to look through the TV that Joseph was doing to see. But...
Yeah, that was so weird. That was so fucking weird.
JoJo
JoJo is it's just a mess of continuity. Oh, okay, so what happens...
JoJo is known for his plot holes.
Yeah. It's this kind of thing, just don't look at it too closely.
Which is why we were kind of worried about this part being a mystery, because of the plot holes.
I am very concerned that the wall eyes are never going to get explained. But... Okay, so Urban Gorilla says, he's going to establish a killing order because he wants to kill our 3 protagonists like as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So he kind of like tricks them into sending. He splits off from his
the tank.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him Doe.
We call him Pet Rock.
Pet Rock. Okay, Pet Rock's better. So he splits off from Pet Rock and then sends Pet Rock to go after Yasuho while he goes after the Planet Praiser himself.
Yeah, and probably the best part comes.
Well, where JoJo's shoes get broken?
No. Well, the Planet Predator goes to him. He says, "Your objective, you have one job, is to protect me." And then he looks over. It zooms out to like the ski lift, and he just gone. Josuke's just gone, and he's like,
he's running after his girl.
But he was like this Gappy, I can respect him.
Yeah,
as a man I can trust because he protects his waifus.
Yeah, he literally says, when everything's over, once we sort out all these things. Josuke is a man that I can count on, is what he says. Because
he'll put the people he likes and knows he can trust, he'll put his life on the line. And right now, Gabby still doesn't trust him. Because he's still a shady motherfucker who knows. Anyone related to Rokaka is like fucking shady, so we don't really trust him. Yeah, I like that moment for the Planet Praiser because he's been depicted as consistently a dick. He's basically like a Rohan dick, but like less of like he's just an asshole. Where like Rohan is just like a fucking pompous writer. I think he's self-absorbed. Yeah, that's an interesting comparison because they're both like experts. People compared him to Rohan as like being like an asshole like to the main character. Like, but like where he wants Gappy to work with him, where Rohan hated. Rohan fucking wanted nothing to do with him, and he burned and Josuke been well maybe Gappy will burn down his ski lift after they gamble. Well, actually, I wanted to bring that up. The Planet Praiser tells Josuke, we need to get to Pillar 7 or whatever because that's where the fuel is. Because his plan is he wants to burn. He wants to burn the stand user. They basically say the end game. What they want to do is like, we need the best way to deal with this guy is to fucking light him with gasoline and light him on fire. I think that's a really good point that you made. But he's willing to burn down his house. Yeah. So Gappy guns down, protect Yasha because she's like can predict where the guy because her. It kind of showed where Paisley Park had a phone showing where the bedrock was. Paisley Park also, adding to her extensive list of abilities, can see underground. Well, it's like a GPS tracking it because that's what she needs at the moment. Yeah, it just shows just how like versatile. Deus Ex Machina, yeah. Exactly. She basically had the Deus Ex Machina saying, "What do you need to know and where do I need to find it to Stan?" Yeah, that is really good. Like the man behind the computer, Stan. They can find everything by hacking. One thing I wanted to say, a lot of the stand users we've seen early on were kind of dumb and just kind of stupid and just had one goal and just did it. But once we had Damo was like the ultimate turning point. Yeah. Everyone else was like a henchman towards Damo though. That was the thing early on where they were just like, or Damo was like a first big threat, like big player that he had to deal with, and even Gappy wasn't even the one that really beat him. Yeah. But I want to say this stand user, what's the name? Urban Gorilla. He is pretty clever too. Like his whole thing is that he talks about this killing order to single out the Planet Praiser because he wants Josuke. He knows he's been watching Josuke and knows that Josuke likes Yasuho, so he sends his pet rock after Yasuho to distract Josuke from the Planet Praiser. Yeah. And then at the very end of the chapter, we see he's kind of tricked the Planet Praiser by putting his stand on the beams as he's like sliding. He's like Spider-Manning. Yeah, he's trying to get a 7. Kind of like grappling hooking, like or zip lining, like over there with his like. In my notes, I wrote Spider Plant, and he's kind of like swinging through the what do you call it, like the cables. Yeah. And then so the chapter ends with
pretty much his whole fucking face is covered in brainstorm.
In the also, Gappy loses his shoes for like the third time. Yeah. So the thing I like about Urban Gorilla though, like he has like a personality. Like for like a villain of the week, like he just had. I talked about earlier his like voice, but yeah, I like how he's a personality. He's like
everything from his design to the way he speaks.
Like Damo is like a sinister, where he's just like a crazy, like a kind of a crazy Mad Max. I guess like the face throws like spray space and chrome and like and yell at them. But like I like that. Like that's what the memorable villains are, the ones with a personality. Like that's why people love Akira for like Red Hot Chili Pepper, because he was just he's a stupid, like eccentric, like over the top, like musician. And
he gets so much time to shine too. There was a pretty cool thing. They like really used the idea of the caterpillar moment, or the caterpillar movement, where Josuke tries using soft and wet, but when he puts the bubbles on the ground, they immediately get sucked through. No, but
he does like the bubble explosion thing. If you notice that, he put it in the ground and kind of made like a thing to the bubbles come up. Really cool. Like more uses for soft and wet.
He used his belt, and the people were comparing this to Jonathan in part 1, where he uses his belt to grab onto a bunch of bubbles to like lift him up from the pet rock, because the pet rock's like tearing the ground up.
Yeah, Soft and Wet came a long way from just being a stand that could like take away a trait or an aspect or something.
Yeah, Soft and Wet's pretty Deus Ex in itself.
Like the bubbles engine became his own thing, like a bubble shield, and like just
there's the like transferring sounds through bubbles.
Yeah, it's like just like so many uses now.
Yeah, it really is a very developed stand. One thing I wanted to say, I'm almost at the end of my notes here. The Planet Appraiser has like, he has a remote that he uses to like activate everything. Yeah. And you see it in one panel, and it has one button on it. So somehow he's using this complex series of button pushes.
One for on, two for off, and so we press nothing for nothing to turn
nothing off. For 0. Because you see him use it to like open up different, because he's got like a dozen or so.
It's a universe. It's like a laser pointer where you have to like point it at.
That's actually a pretty good point.
I don't know. I don't know how Japan ski lifts work that also work at the house.
Yeah, I just thought it was a funny little detail.
So I guess we're talking about some of the. So that was basically the chapter with ends with like the bacteria on the Planet Appraiser, which I'm assuming he's gonna be fine.
No, he's totally gonna die. Things are gonna change.
He's not gonna die.
He's totally gonna get killed, Sam. What are you talking about?
But yeah, so we got the big mystery I guess we got from this are the rock animals now, because when we did our overview of Party so far, one of your things you brought up a lot was the dog. And like how that could be a rock dog. Yeah. Which I think you may be right, which is probably a way to turn in the rock animals into rock people version of animals. But we still don't know the biology and like how they became rock people or how rock people came to be. Yeah. So I wonder if we're ever gonna get that answered.
Yeah, I hope so. Because at this point it kind of felt like we'd ended the whole like rock people saga with Damo. Yeah. But now there's someone clearly still pulling strings.
Yeah, because they got rid of all Damo's crew. That was the thing. Yeah. So now there's a new rockman. We don't know who he belongs to or works for. Like we had that mystery. Like they haven't really brought it up yet, but we had to realize that there's someone else, I guess, or more rock people to deal with. Which I'm wondering if because I don't like. I'm not sure if either Jobin or like the mom will somehow be a rock person.
Yeah, that'd be really strange.
Because they had the rock disease in the family, so mate.
That's the thing. That is the one thing, because I need to reread that rock chapter again. I keep saying this.
Rock biology.
I'm pretty sure that the rock people are born that way. It's not like you become one. But you are born a rock person.
There has to be something related to the disease that the firstborn son gets. Maybe at one point,
a hybrid,
or maybe at one point they have the option to or somehow conditioned to become one at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it will not be answered. Maybe it will. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. There could have been some weird tiny hint 10 chapters ago.
Probably not.
Or just no, just not at all.
So we probably still have the next major set of villains to go through now.
Yeah.
Leading up to the identifying the fruit and because the whole Job, I think Gappy and them are going to go through the Jobin's fruit business and the other associates that he has with that. Because I think once he tears down that, he's going to work his way through his Jobin's business and fuck him up. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. And so wait, how do you think they're going to get at there? Do you have any other questions
I think that this is going to end the way that the Planet Appraiser said. I think there is going to be a big fire. and I think they're gonna light the bad guy on fire. Because at this point, like I keep saying JoJo. Josuke has like no effect with his stand because he can't fight the rock thing.
Yeah.
But then again, like how effective is fire against the rock? I mean, like the rock people can burn because the rock people are pretty much just like humans.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if he goes hard, he's completely vulnerable to sitting there by himself, so they have a chance,
yeah,
to destroy him.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think the Predator playthrough will be. I think he'll be in like a new actually like character that'll be with them all the time, or just until he identifies the branch and go away.
I think he'll just kind of go away. I think he might show back up for the finale.
Because compared to other JoJo parts, there aren't many combat fighters on like Gabby's allies. Everyone's kind of like a niche or Yasha just like are like little like support more so than attacking. And do you think that one rock guy, the one rock person let live, that was like the
Dolomite?
Yeah, the moving the moving towards you stand. Like, cause he's still alive. I mean, they left him alive because he could.
Yeah,
be,
I think they said that they threw him into the water.
He didn't. I'm pretty sure he's fine.
Yeah, I could see him. I mean, he's pretty ragged up, but I could see him coming back.
I'm pretty sure he's like horrified of Yasho because she almost like murdered him with a pole.
I hope he doesn't come back. I really didn't like him or Stand.
Yeah,
that's just personal though.
Yeah, I'm just wondering like if you're gonna have him because like the Planet Panther is actually someone who actually can fight because he does a thing where he does like the string arm into like with a knife on it, which is kind of cool.
That was pretty badass. Actually.
I like that, but like I'm wondering like because Gabby is the only one that can fight because King Nothing's not really a fighter. Like Joshu's the only one that could probably be a fighter or like somehow but he's too much of a shit to like actually be an ally.
I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with Joshu because he could go either way. He could become a villain or a good guy at this point.
Yeah,
which is cool either way.
Like if you come out, I'm kind of thinking that like he'd be the one to fight Jobin. Like if Jobin just like a pawn because like he looked up to him. And then, like, actually, that'd be cool. That'd be rad. I don't know. I think that could be interesting, but who knows? I'm still hoping on Born This Way to actually be important.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think that if Rocky really did like, if he wanted to do like a big battle, there are people that he could pull.
Yeah.
But he seems to just kind of like introduce people and then it's like setting up the town. It's kind of like in part 4. Like he introduces someone and you don't see them for a while because it's just like you're getting the setup for this town and like. That's part of the feel for it.
Well, even the ally characters don't really come back either. Like Tonio is barely there. Cinderella's just there for like Kira to come back. Yeah, to die and Kira to come back. Like only Rohan's the only one that comes back as a prominent character.
Yeah.
And Okiyatsu was like also, and Yukako,
I think.
Yukako, yeah. I had a brain fart there. But yeah, and she came back for like her own episode. But like where everyone in other parts, like I definitely feel see how this final battle could happen, but I just don't see anyone else fighting other than Gappy the entire time.
Yeah.
Where like you would have in part 7, you just had Gyro and Johnny. You also had Hot Pants and Diego fights, and even Mountain Tim. Like you had all the other characters, but for this one, you don't even like really have one other than Gappy. Yasho had a couple times, but that's it. King Nothing had that one chapter, but that's with Gappy, but that's like really it. You don't really get. You have like the random Joshu filler arc, but that's it. It's
different because like looking at part 7, the stands were completely different. Like we didn't have like the punching ones as we do now.
This one's a lot more unique ability, but they all feel like one-time gimmick stands other than Gappy's.
But like the big thing with part 7 was like. When D4C shows up, it feels like he's such a threat because no other stand has that sort of
like him.
No other stand is like a punching stand.
His stand is so much like an earlier JoJo part where everyone else is more unique and like ability part of them more so than like.
And that's why it feels kind of weird that in this one it's gone back to everyone kind of like being in.
Yeah, but stands are a lot weirder in this. Like
they definitely are weirder and their abilities are a lot more like esoteric, but it still feels like Paisley Park can still beat someone up. Whereas like. There was never a point where you're like Hot Pants is going to be able to punch D4C.
She has meat spray.
Yeah, Hot Pants has to use her power in like a strange way.
Cool, you had the spin, and they still found a way to make the spin like just as dangerous as the stands, and like
because it works so well with Johnny.
And Johnny combined the two, which was like that's how his stand evolved. The more he combined them, or just where like more so an early part, like it's like just like Joseph was cool, how he combined Hamon and his stand, which that was really cool. I wish they didn't completely forget about Hamon or something.
I know. That's so fucking stupid.
Hamon was bullshit. Like even though it wouldn't work as a human, I don't think. other than just annoying them?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because it only works against like vampires and.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is like it works against dead flesh, or it only works against like dead things.
Yes, because that's why it didn't really work against what's it called, that when Joseph had like the one like tumor thing, the Haman didn't work on it, but he would just use it as an extension to like shock it basically, or like or like to track. He used to stand like track like the oil and then like could like charge it so it would like light up a fire or something.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Haman is like the ultimate bullshit. Like, you can do almost anything with Haman.
It heals. It like the spaghetti
thing. You can
thing.
fly with it with like the fucking the Haman glider.
He also does mind control. Remember
what?
in the time? Remember Caesar and the girl in part 2, and he like kisses the girl and she like fights Joseph like because he hypnotized her.
I forgot about it. Yeah, that's the thing.
And then and Joseph put like a Haman bird in his throat or something.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
Haman is just it's more bullshit than Spin. At least Spin had like some like actually had like chapters like talking about like how it worked.
I think Spin had a lot more limiters put on it. But
and different versions like Ball Breaker. But yeah.
What do I want to say? Yeah, I don't know. I think the whole point of JoJo as it is adapted is like how people use their stands cleverly. Mm-hmm. So I think we might see another sort of like D4C thing where it's not people that have like an ability to directly punch the bad guy, but it's like how do we use it's kind of like part 4, like how did Josuke use Crazy Diamond to like outwit Kira, not necessarily beat him to death. It was just to like survive until he got like he didn't like everyone kind of pitched in like mainly it was mainly like Okuyatsu got one hit on him like he came back to life. Died, but didn't die. He came back to life. I still think Rohan should have had at least one hit on Kira because like he didn't really do anything near the end other than die like 4 or 5 times because he had the whole thing of like him being the survivor. Yeah, I was like, why not make this a thing like him like having like actually finding Kira and being like driven to find Kira, but like that was weird, especially how him and Remy were connected. And
and he's the survivor, even the survivors of Kira. Yeah, you don't make anything of it, but that's just. I think Iraqi forgetting shit.
Alright, yeah, we're getting a little too lost in the sauce.
I know.
I think.
Alright, so
I think we should just call.
How many chapters do you think is gonna last this rock fight? How many more chapters?
I don't think we're gonna see 2 more.
I think 2 more.
I hope that it's just 1 more. I hope it concludes soon.
Or I think it's 2 fight, or I think it's maybe 3 because 2 chapters fighting, and the 3rd one just be the end, and then what they're doing next.
Yeah, I'm really really interested to see where it goes because right now the only place I can see it going is the Planet Appraiser. Where the Planet Appraiser goes back and then shows them where the fruit is, but like, are we gonna just jump right to Holly?
I think
there's gonna be some sort of horrible thing.
I think the other rock people team will come in or introduce them and like Jobin meet up with them to like saying Gappy found out or somehow he'll find out that like they know where it is. We need to stop them. Yeah, him and his mom and then the rock people. He keeps their business intact.
Yeah, I hope that we're kind of done with like the stand user weak thing. I want to see like another big see them get recurring character villain.
Yeah, we got that Jobin backstory chatter. I think we need like more. It's like find out who the villain is and like build them up like they did with Valentine. We got slowly like build them up over time. Like
the flashback chapters in this part have been amazing. Every time there's been one, I've fucking loved it.
I want to go more into Holly, like more.
Yes,
I think more like
yes, we need to know what happened to Holly.
Or they cure her and she becomes like a part of. I wanted to cure Holly and then her become part of the team to like get revenge on like
that'd be so
for
awesome.
Her kid, basically her real kid and her adopted kid. Mm-hmm. So.
I don't know if it was me or you who said it, but I think we need to keep reiterating it until it becomes real. Holly is the main bad guy.
I think Holly become the main bad guy.
I think Holly's the main bad guy.
I want her to be the main character and have Star Platinum.
She is the mother of Kira.
How amazing if she had Star Platinum?
That would be fucking awesome.
like the world like reveal. It would part time, but she has Star Platinum.
It would be a little too on the nose, I think.
She has the hat. She has the hat. She does the Jotaro pose. The amazing. How amazing would that be?
That would be insane.
I would love that.
But
that's just a JoJo theory.
No, I think Holly is the main bad guy.
She's not the main bad guy.
I think she gave birth to Akira.
I think to Kira. She's the answer to more mysteries. That's what her thing is when she gets her mind fixed. I'm hoping.
All right, I guess that's it then.
Yeah, it's all our speculation, and
this is
So anything else you want to iterate on, or are you good?
No, I think we should try and keep these a little shorter.
Yeah, hey, very
based
good.
on the amount of content that comes out.
All right, so anything you want to plug?
We don't really have anything connected. Just leave us a comment if you want to comment on how dumb you think our theories are, or if we made any mistakes.
Or put your own dumb theory, because we love to hear them and talk about that.
Do you think Holly Joestar is the main bad guy of Part 8? Because I do.
Did you have Star Platinum? Can she do that same cigarette trick that Jotaro did at one time?
Yes, find out next time on Jokakaka.
Maybe she has the Oingo Boingo stand of the book that can tell the future, and they need that book to find the fox fruit.
That would be a really fun thing to bring back, because that's such a fun power.
And then the rest of the chapter, the Oingo Boingo art style.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Alright, so thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Hopefully next month, whenever they decide the chapter comes out, maybe it'll be soon or late. I don't know. The chapters are weird.
Yeah, because this came out on, I think, September 9th.
It came out like 2 weeks.
Oh, wait, not September 9th. August. What did I say that? August 9th.
It came out like 2 weeks after the last chapter before that, I think, came out. So, but hopefully we'll see you in like a month or so. Maybe a month, maybe less. We'll know.
Yeah, we'll see you. See you later.
That's Jim. I'm Sam. Bye.
Bye.